What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here. Welcome back to the next video on the channel. Today, this video is sponsored by Come2Us, and we're going to be jumping back into Skylanders Ring of Heroes to go over a little bit more information for you guys. So, we're going to cover team composition a little bit more in depth, and kind of more importantly, we're going to talk about where you can farm up some really good Skylanders, how you can keep strengthening your team by collecting more and more Skylanders, and which ones you should be focusing on. Before we do that, I want to show you guys my personal favorite Skylander to use. My personal favorite is Shadow Spitfire. As soon as I saw Shadow Spitfire, woo, look at that uppercut. I connected with him immediately. Like I feel like my inner spirit animal is an edgy dragon. He's an edgy dragon. It totally works out. But it turns out, beyond his design, he's actually a really good unit. Fuel Injected Claws is its first skill, and it only costs 1 mana, and it takes 4 endurance off a single target. Remember, if an opponent runs out of endurance, they get knocked down and they're vulnerable. They can't attack. So my playstyle is to focus in on a single target and try to get them off the battlefield as soon as possible, make it a 3v2 so I can be in an advantageous situation. Shadow Spitfire fuels that, literally, with Fuel Injected Claws. Its passive is also really good because with Intensified Fury, all allies gain crit damage up for 1 turn if the enemy gets knocked down. So right there, you can see his passive works really well with this Fuel Injected Claws because you're going to be taking so much endurance off of the enemy when you use this move. It does have a cooldown of 22 seconds, but as you level it up at level 3, it'll take 2 of those seconds off, which is really nice. If it was too quick, it would probably be completely broken. I actually usually pair this with Nitro Boost as well. Stirs up all enemies at high speeds and casts attack down for 1 turn. So it's going to reduce the damage you take passively, sort of, not by increasing your own defense, by decreasing the attack your opponent can put out. I love the fact that between these 2 moves, it's only 4 mana. That's really, really important to me. We'll talk about more about mana curve as we get to team composition. But this is my favorite Skylander. I love him. It's absolutely fantastic. So if you ever want to see where you can get more of a Skylander, you can go ahead and click to either evolve, awaken, power up. I believe if you just go to power up, it'll work. If you click on his soul gem here, you can do exchange, and you can see the ways you can get him is using Omni Gems, or we can go to the Mansion of Gloom hard. Now, I can't take this on yet. Hard, my team is not ready to take on hard mode at all, but it's really convenient that if you're working on a specific Skylander, you can see exactly how you can get them. However, something else you can do, let's take our energy, let's take our gold. Something else you can do to farm up different Skylanders. If you're just not sure where you're headed, what you want to do, and you just want to know, okay, which Skylanders can I farm up and how can I do so? The very first way you can do so is in adventure mode. It's the most common mode you're going to want to play through. I'm only on world 6 right now. I've got a few more worlds to go. I was actually stuck in the abandoned factory for a little bit, and I'll talk a little bit about that more when we get to team composition. But if you go to any world, let's just go to the Infernal Volcano. You'll see that there are drops that you can get. So from stages 1 to 6, right over here, we can get Hot Dog. Little cute Hot Dog. He has a chance to drop whenever you do stages 1 through 6. You'll also have a chance to get a companion here, Smokescream. We're focusing on Skylanders right now. So another thing is you'll see that this is a normal rarity Skylander. However, on stage 7, you can go ahead and get Blast Zone, who is a rare Skylander. Now, stage 7, you can only enter 3 times, and then the timer will reset. Right now, it's gonna be in 15 hours, 52 seconds. Nope, 15 hours, 52 minutes, and 18 seconds. He has a chance to drop. Blast Zone is a chance to drop in stage 7. So you're gonna wanna, if you want this Skylander, you're gonna wanna clear out that stage every single day and collect your soul gems that way. As you increase the difficulty though, different Skylanders will show up. So now instead of a normal rarity one, kaboom, a premium rarity Skylander is gonna show up, which is really, really nice. And look at here, a heroic Skylander, which most of the Skylanders I use right now are heroic, save a handful, but this is really nice. I already own 6 wildfires, so if I want to go ahead, I can work my way through here and take on Chef of Spices over and over again to farm up those soul gems for wildfire. Now you guys will see also as you work your way through adventure, there'll be some drops. Sometimes you'll get drops like here. If I get to 15 stars, I'll get 70 blades, which 70 is a lot. So that'll help me awaken and power that Skylander up. So clearing through the adventure mode is going to be one of the best ways to do so. Once you clear an area with 3 stars, if we go to let's go to the Golden Desert and we put this on easy. If I want to grind up Rocky Roll, which I have been doing so I can get through the tech world, you can go ahead and go to auto battle options and it'll play 10 auto battles. So this is great because you can just do this, put your phone down and go fold your laundry. You can go to the bathroom, you do whatever you want. And it'll play through 10 and you can come back and see how many Rocky Rolls, in this instance, did I get from this stage. Remember, this is stage 6. You can do the same thing on stage 7. You can auto battle it if you have 3 stars. However, it's not gonna do 10 times, it's just gonna do the 3. Keep that in mind. but it's still great. I love auto battle when you're trying to farm things up. That's one of my favorite things to do. Once again, increase the difficulty. You'll see different Skylanders available for you. So adventure mode is one way to farm up Skylanders. Another way to farm up Skylanders is going to be in challenges. If you go to the realm of souls, you'll see that this is a hard challenge area, but every day, right now it's in 15 hours, it'll reset. Every day they feature new Skylanders for you to collect their soul gems up. As you go through, you'll get drops and you'll know you're getting one of these 3 if you complete this. I actually am done. I can't get past the 3rd realm right now because my team was too weak. And when Skylanders lose HP in this mode, they lose HP unless you use your gems to restore them. Of course, I'm pretty sure all the HP will restore tomorrow once the 15 hours are up. But for now, I'm done. I'm tapped out. We'll see what's featured tomorrow for me to collect. Another way to farm up, or the final way to farm up Skylanders that I see right now, is going to be an arena. So it's not exactly an arena, but it's going to be in the arena shop. So you collect these arena tokens here for taking part in duels. And you'll see that they feature different Skylanders here. Wildstorm, Dino Rank, Slam Bam, who is one of my favorites, and then Mysticat. Obviously, you're gonna have to collect a lot of these dual currency, but that's the way it goes. You can also go ahead and use that dual currency on Omni Gems. And if you remember when I clicked on Shadow Spitfire's Soul Gem, I needed Omni Gems. I could use Omni Gems to summon it. So that's going to be another option for you as well to get the Skylanders you're looking for. So duels in arena, or arena in general, adventure, and then challenges are some good ways to farm up Skylanders. Take advantage of that auto battle for sure. With that though, you're farming up these Skylanders. You have a bunch of Skylanders now. How are you building teams? Let's talk about team building really quick. If we go into Skylanders, I'm gonna go here first. This is gonna be your biggest thing. This little triangle of circles next to Shadow Spitfire's attack power of 884. Click that, and this is going to be your best friend when going to take on the adventure, duels, challenges, whatever. You wanna build teams that are advantageous against those events. That's why I said originally in the first video, you're gonna wanna collect as many Skylanders as you can. You're gonna wanna train them up so that whenever something comes up, you can go ahead and take advantage of the element relations chart. So, whenever you're taking on an event, click on an element. If you have to fight a bunch of water, click on water. And then you're gonna see that water is weak to both life and earth. So you're gonna wanna build a team, if the opposing team is all water or mostly water, you're gonna wanna build a team that's life and earth. There are a lot of times though, that because you're versing, say, 2 water, they may also have like 1 Skylander of air, because air covers both the weaknesses of water. And that's what you wanna be doing when you're building teams, because if that's the case, and you have life and earth on your team, and you know that, say for example, life is weak to undead and air, adding a magic Skylander on your team is gonna be really good. So it kind of goes in this full circle, but you wanna make sure you have more strengths than you do weaknesses. You don't really wanna double up too much if you're not going to a specific event. So having like 1 earth, one life, 1 earth, and then 1 magic would be a pretty good team. Of course, the best elements I feel like in the game are gonna be light and dark because they're only weak to each other. So if you're kind of like me and you don't wanna worry about strengths and weaknesses, you just wanna know, hey, listen, lights and darks have no weaknesses. Not they're weak to each other, they have no weaknesses, but they're only super effective. They're only strong against the opposites, which is fine. You know that you're never gonna get resisted, and you can just double up whenever you see the opposite element of you. I kind of like that a lot, which is why I believe Shadow Spitfire is dark, which is one of the reasons why I love him so much as well, is the fact that he's dark. So he's only super effective against light, he has no weaknesses, and he doesn't get resisted by anything either. So dark and light are gonna be really, really good. But use this chart when you're building your teams. Make sure you go ahead and focus on that. You don't wanna do, if you do 3 earth and you're walking into an undead world, you're not gonna do well. You're just not. Or a battle where you're versing a bunch of air, you're not gonna do well. You're gonna wanna make sure you're using Skylanders that have a strengths against the opposing team. Another thing to keep in mind when building teams is skill synergy. I'd mentioned before, Intensified Fury says all allies gain crit damage up for 1 turn if the enemy gets knocked down. So this has synergy with crits. What's cool is that so does Stealth Elf. Stealth Elf says, where is her crit? It's gonna be Blade Slash. Flashes an enemy twice. A rampage which attacks all enemies will be activated with a bonus hit when a crit lands. So when a crit lands, this is gonna slash all enemies. And then if Shadow Spitfire's ability is up and someone was knocked down, that crit damage is gonna be increased even further. If you ever see a keyword here and you don't know what it means exactly, if you go to the help section of the game over here, go to battles and duels, you'll see that they cover all of the different stats, all the different continuous effects. You'll get details on all of that. So this is also gonna be one of your best friends, is this help file for sure, or this help area of the game for sure. team composition. Take care of your types, look for skill synergy. Another really important thing is to go ahead and use a leader. When you're setting up your team, let's actually go into adventure mode really quick. When you're using a team, it actually matters what order you place it. You see this crown right here above my Slam Bam, means that he's the leader. So you wanna go ahead, if we go to edit and click on Slam Bam and go to more info, we'll see that one of his skills is actually a leader skill. So this only activates if he's in the leader slot. It's passive, it's for all allies. Increase the HP by 3% of all allies in adventures and challenges. 3% might not seem like that much, but trust me, percent is always better than base bonuses. Well, almost always better. 90% of the time. I love percent bonuses, they're gonna be great, even for my runes, but we're not gonna talk about that. Even for my runes, I like to go for percent increases over base increases. But you wanna go ahead and try to go get some Skylanders that have leader abilities and use them in the leader slot. Hex is another one that has a leader ability, increases effect accuracy by 3% of all allies in duels. So they're good Skylanders, and you get that little extra buff by putting them in the leader slot. So I highly advise you do that when building your teams as well. You also get a companion, which companions are basically enemies that you converted over to your side as you went through the adventure mode or summoned them. And they have abilities as well. This is an active skill. Fresh fruits and veggies is gonna heal the ally with the lowest HP and decrease the debuff count by 1. This is my favorite one to use right now. Healing is really strong, it feels like, so I wanna go ahead and take advantage of that. Also has a passive, deactivate to summon after using a skill for 2 times. That's really cool. So that's gonna be, you don't have to worry too much about the type of companion you have as far as its element, unless it's an offensive one and you want it to synergize and cover your weakness, then do that. But for me, I'm so used to using Broccoli Guy that, yeah, he's water, and if we go up against Skylanders that are strong against him, it is what it is. I just want to take advantage of his healing ability. So that's pretty much gonna cover team composition. Look at the elements, look at your skill synergy, choose a good companion, take advantage of leader skills, and of course, like I said, elements are so important. I kind of alluded to before that I got stuck on Tech World because I didn't grind out Rocky Roll in the Golden Desert. Now I have, and I'm leveling him up. I think he's actually in my, let's just see. Yes, he's in my Spectator. Spectators also gain experience in battle, not as much, but they do gain experience, so I highly advise you always have someone spectating that's not max level yet. But yeah, now that I'm gonna be leveling up, I should be able to add him to my team and take on Tech World, the Abandoned Factory, and finish that up. But that's just an example of why type the element relationship chart is so important to you. Quick tip before I go. In adventure mode, every world that comes after the world that you're in is weak to that world you were just in. So if you're stuck on a world, like I'm stuck on Tech World, I went 1 world back. Say I get stuck on the Bone Grave Village. If I go 1 world back to the Rainbow Village, Undead is weak to magic. So you can farm up whatever droppable Skylander is there and bring it over to the next world. I love that you can kind of just take a break from advancing and progress just your collection and get stronger and then go back and beat the world. I really like that a lot. So I think we covered everything I wanted to cover today. I want to thank CompToUs so much for sponsoring this video. These videos would not be possible without them. And you know what else would be possible without them is the giveaway that I'm going to be doing through this video. We're going to take some of the sponsorship and give it back towards you guys. You guys know I love to do that with every sponsored video on the channel. So if you want to enter to win a $50 gift card, down below in the comments, make sure you leave a comment, like this video, and be subscribed to the channel. Come back in 3 days, because there's 3 steps, and I will choose 2 winners to receive a $50 gift card each to whatever store they want, Apple or Google Play. Of course, check this game out in the description down below. CompToUs, once again, thank you so much for sponsoring. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hashtag out of here. Have yourselves a fantastic day, but above all else, keep it shady.